Welcome everyone to today's High Stakes Explainer. I am so thrilled you're here because today we are heading straight into the eye of the storm. Imagine you're an extreme weather reporter standing at the base of an active volcano or dodging lightning strikes. To tell your harrowing survival story, you need a very specific set of tools. So today, I'm going to act as your survival instructor, and your primary gear is, well, it's grammar. Specifically, we're mastering how to talk about nature's sheer power using the past continuous tense. So grab your metaphorical notebooks and let's get ready for action.
Here's our survival plan for today. We'll be looking at 1. Grammar interrupted, 2. The formula, 3. Mastering was versus were, 4. Linking words, and 5. A spot the mistake drill.
Okay, let's jump right into section 1. Grammar interrupted, escaping the volcano.
Now, take a look at this sentence. We were making a film in Indonesia when the volcano suddenly exploded. Do you notice the dramatic contrast going on here? On one hand, you have this incredibly calm, steady, ongoing action of filming a documentary. The cameras are rolling, everything is fine. And then, bam, a sudden, chaotic, earth-shattering explosion just completely shatters that calm. That contrast is exactly the heart of what we're learning today.
And that brings us to your main survival tool, the past continuous tense. It's basically used for an ongoing action that was happening in the past, right up until another action suddenly interrupted it. This is exactly how you report what was going on right before disaster struck. So the ongoing action is your past continuous, and that sudden interruption, well, that's your past simple.
Let's map this out to see how it actually plays out in time. At 1 p.m., we were making a film. At 2 p.m., we were still filming. See how the action is stretching out, is continuous. Then at 2:15 p.m., a sudden strike. The volcano exploded. That long ongoing background action gets sliced right in half by the sudden event. Moving on to section 2, the formula, building your positive and negative survival kits. To actually construct these stories, we need the right mechanics. And what's wild is that simply adding an int to your verb completely changes your location. And honestly, it could change your fate during a storm. On the left, we've got our positive formula, was or were plus the verb ending in ing. Like, they were running away. On the right, the negative. We just add not, making it wasn't or weren't. I wasn't playing outside. Think about it for a second. Saying I was standing under the tree during a lightning storm versus I wasn't standing under the tree is literally the difference between getting zapped and staying safe.
But hey, what if you need to find someone after the dust settles? Forming questions correctly is absolutely crucial for checking on survivors after an earthquake or a lightning strike. The formula flips just a little bit here. You start with was or were, then your subject, then your verb with that essential ing. So, was she working nearby, or where were you going?
All right, section 3. Mastering was versus were. Know your subjects.
Now you might be wondering, okay, when do I actually use was and when do I use were? You've got to pair the right subjects with the right verbs if you want to sound like a professional reporter. The absolutely crucial rule here is that was pairs with singular subjects. I, he, she, it. I was watching. But were is reserved for plurals. You, we, they. They were watching. Saying they watching TV without the were is totally wrong. The action has no engine without that were. It always has to be used with plurals.
Which brings us to section 4, linking words, connecting the chaos. Now we get to link the ongoing action with the disaster to build those epic, dramatic sentences. And we do this using 3 very powerful little words. First up is when. When is the sudden strike. It introduces the short, interrupting past simple action, when the volcano erupted. Then we have while. While is the slow buildup. It introduces the long, ongoing past continuous action. And finally, as. We use as when 2 actions are happening at the exact same time. People were escaping as the volcano erupted.
While magma was rising, people were sleeping. Wow, do you feel the tension there? While perfectly captures this terrifying, simultaneous background event. You've got 2 continuous actions happening at once in the past, completely oblivious to each other until it's just too late. It is absolutely gripping storytelling, and it's all thanks to grammar.
Finally, section 5. Spot the mistake drill. Can you survive the test?
All right, class, you've got your survival gear, you know your formulas. It is time for a high-speed, interactive survival quiz. Here's your first scenario.
While the volcano erupting, people ran. What critical piece of the past continuous formula is missing here? Find it fast.
If you said was, congratulations! You successfully survived the first challenge. We absolutely have to insert the was to make the action ongoing. Without was, the volcano isn't doing anything at all.
Okay, let's look at a story about a sudden lightning storm. I wasn't stand under the tree when the lightning struck. I'm going to give you a second to figure out why this negative sentence about dodging lightning is grammatically dangerous. What is wrong with the verb here?
The correct answer is standing. I literally cannot stress this enough that ing ending is non-negotiable for ongoing past survival actions. I wasn't standing. It tells us the continuous state you were in when that lightning hit the tree.
Now, let's say the storm passes and we are looking for our friend who was out in the field. Rapidly unscramble these words to form a proper rescue question. Doing, ? Was, what, he. Excellent. What was he doing? Give yourself a pat on the back if you place the question word what right at the front, immediately followed by the verb was. That is exactly how you execute a past continuous question to gather critical info.
Let's do one more high-stakes scenario. True or false? Look at this terrifying lava escape. While the lava was flowing down the mountain, people escaped. Lock in your vote, true or false, right now.
False. It is absolutely false. The correct phrasing is was flowing. Once again, without that ing at the end of the verb, the lava just isn't moving properly in the sentence. You've got to keep the action flowing, literally.
You all did fantastically well. Now, I want you to take out your metaphorical notebooks for an independent learning challenge. Think of a powerful nature event that you've personally experienced in your own life. Write down a sentence using both the past continuous and the past simple. You can even use this starter. Last summer, I was playing in the when I saw.
As you've seen throughout this explainer, the past continuous is all about capturing life right in the middle of the action, right when the unexpected happens. So I'll leave you with this final thought to ponder. Look around you right now. If a sudden, massive storm struck your building at this very second, what were you doing when it happened? Get out there, stay safe, and keep practicing those grammar skills in the real world.